Hello, my name is Roger. I'm going to show you how to communicate between MAUI, C# and WebView in JavaScript. So let's start looking at the functionality. Here you got the app I'm gonna make. Got an entry from MAUI. Set in some text. Hello from MAUI. And this white section here is the WebView, and let's try this MAUI to WebView. There we go. Now we're sending a request to the WebView to run this function inside JavaScript. So there we got the text as well. With so if we want to get this text to MAUI, we can click WebView to MAUI. If we change the text area here inside the WebView, we get whatever we type in here. So let's go. Yeah. So it's of course dynamic. And last thing I want to show you how to call C# from the WebView. You can set up from C# how to do that. It's a link that's changing, and we'll listen to that link change and to what's coming in that link. So there you go. This is an alert inside MAUI. So basically you can do anything you want when you're communicating with JavaScript here. If web technology is your primary source for your app, it might be a better idea to use MAUI with Blazor. You can consider that yourself. I'm gonna give you an overview of how it works and a step-by-step guide. If you're an experienced developer, you maybe don't need all the step-by-step guide. You can go to my GitHub repo and just copy whatever you need. So this is a basic MAUI app with just a basic template, SAML version. And the first thing we can do is just remove the whole scroll view. Content page. We can we can make a title first. JS MAUI, or something like that. There we go. And next thing we want to do in the main page is actually make a vertical stack layout. So I can move this to the side, and spacing and padding of 20, and just continuing with this background color. That's standard MAUI color. Next thing we can do is add a vertical stack layout on top of this, and we can make a frame inside of there. That's an entry inside of the frame, and make it an X name of MAUI entry. Important to notice this name, and a placeholder where the text comes in, and horizontal stack layout is under there. Don't need this background property. We can make this first button a text WebView to MAUI, and next MAUI to WebView, and the horizontal stack layout there. So we can make a web view. So what you want to do here is write this code. Doesn't matter. I can just take another address first, like Microsoft.com, just to test it out so it works. HTTPS, there you go. So it should probably work. And navigating is the method that's gonna run when we try to navigate. So that's not made yet. But there we go. We have everything we need in the SAML page. So let's go to main page.saml and remove what we're not using here from the template. You can keep the method open. Just I'm gonna copy this name, click the event, do this first here and copy the whole method and copy the other name here, MAUI to WebView. There we go. So we have to recompile this to make it work later, but we can write some more code first. String. So we want this string to have this data from argument to HTML. That's what's going to run inside the JavaScript. We have not made the JavaScript or WebView web page yet, so this is just preparement for that. Add an await function. Sorry for this, let's go there. And JS example WebView, we have this name, xname, JS example WebView. So what we can do here is, we need to make this asynchronous, public async void. So there we go. So we have this evaluate JavaScript. So it goes inside the WebView address and tries to run this JavaScript code. Okay. So we're taking the MAUI entry text inside for the argument. It's important to notice all the small parts here, quotes, to make it work right, because we want text to come inside here, not a method in itself, but a string. That's why it's important to have all of this. So let's go to the next method, MAUI to WebView. Oh, sorry, I took the wrong method. So just that, I'm gonna cut this out and take this to the next one and make this async. Run this method. It's no parameters inside here or arguments, so there we're gonna just get some data from text area from the HTML page. We've not made that yet, of course, and afterwards we want to display an alert inside MAUI with the result. Okay, so there we go. We have the two basic methods. What we want to do next is to make another method that so we can navigate inside the WebView and use that navigation to edit or to get code from JavaScript. We can add this WebView navigation with web navigating event args. So let's go to main page. I thought this was the right name. Yeah, so we can start making some code here. What we want to do first is get the URL parts and split it by dot. So let's get some more code. Okay, so I'm just gonna paste this inside and write the console line, the URL, just for learning purposes, and check if this has some text. You'll understand this later, so I guess just have to copy it. So what we want to say here, kudos to Mr. W on StackOverflow for making me understand this WebView navigation. A curly bracket inside, yeah, there we go. So and a curly bracket too much here, so yeah, there we go. Just fix the formatting here for 2 sec. Format document, and then we got all the C# code ready. So now we can just actually build this, see if it's compiling, and while it's building we can open I want you to use VS Code or another. You can use Visual Studio as well if you want. I like to use VS Code for my coding projects for web. What you want to do next is right click here, the project, and copy full path. So go back to VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and open folder, and paste this here on the address. You want the path, not the full path. Make a new terminal first. New terminal, and what you want to make here is a Vite project. Vanilla JS Vite project. You can go to an address vite dev.js, because if you want to check this out, how to get started, you can look at it. It's maybe possible to run just a simple HTML page and run live server, go live like this, but I haven't found it out because I want to use the host address on the Wi-Fi. So that's why you have to connect to the host address when you're using .NET MAUI. So what we're gonna do next, sorry, I'm gonna go back here, is to create this Vite folder. I'm gonna call it web app, copy path, oh sorry, and file, open folder, and just open this folder. So what we're gonna do now is delete what we don't need. Counter.js, JavaScript, SVG. We can go to style.css and remove all stuff there. Main.js, remove all the stuff there. There we go. And what we want to do next is in the index HTML we want to add link to the style CSS over here before the head ending tag, and we want to write some code, some HTML code here, h4 with header and a button with ID of called C#, and a text area, and h4 and some div ID of JS data. That's all the HTML you're gonna need for in this example. So and one important thing, I didn't get the module version to run the JavaScript functions, so I in my case remove this from this JavaScript source. So there you go. Now we can run code from main.js in the HTML as well. So we're gonna first connect to the header, and now we should have some code. So just open terminal, new terminal, and npm run dev to run the server. Oh, I think I forgot something. We have to install it. Yes, we have to write npm install to install the npm packages. There we go. So the next thing you want to do is right click here, new file, and click write vite.config.js, and you want to have import define config from Vite and export default define config server host, because then we get the Wi-Fi hosting address. So now we can type npm run dev in terminal. We will get, yeah, the network address. So I'm gonna copy this, and now we can paste this inside the main page SAML and change the Microsoft address, and it should, oh, let's see what's going on here. I forgot something when I started working with my MAUI project. Probably inside resources, no, sorry, platforms, Android main application. Yeah, there we go. So what you want to do here is add some if debug. You want to use clear text traffic. Recompile this. Meanwhile, we can go back to the VS Code, and inside main.js we can write some more code. So you can connect up those IDs, text area, JS data, and call C#. You know, here, So next thing we can do is add a click event listener to call C#, add a function, call C, and add this text here, and another function. Maybe you remember this from MAUI, data from argument to HTML. And the last function we're gonna need is data from text area. Okay, so there you go. You have, I have some styling to make it look more readable. You can find that in the GitHub repo if you want. I'm just gonna paste it in here. So there you go. Now it's more readable. So actually we're done with everything we need. Just be very specific and precise with what you write, and it should work. So let's try to get this, see if we can call get the MAUI to get data from the WebView. So we can go inside this main page sample.cs and try this WebView to MAUI and just debug from here, maybe result. So there we go. Now we get the result when we click WebView to MAUI, and we get the text here. Continue, and should get an alert. Yeah. So if we change that text, this is WebView smiley. Okay, so it should work again. This is WebView smiley. That's happening inside MAUI. Great. Next thing we want to do is check the other code, and there we're sending in a parameter from the MAUI entry. So we can write from MAUI to WebView smiley smiley. Okay, yeah, there we go. The JS function we wrote is working inside the WebView. Side this code, web navigation, WebView navigation, and debug from here the URL. Yeah, there we go. We get this URL. Can you are familiar with this? And we check if it contains C#, run C#, and then if it contains run C#, we split these parts into what we need. So click continue. There we go. This is an alert in MAUI. So yeah, we can see what's happening here. It's the function we're splitting by question mark, and before the question mark we have this name, run C#, no, display alert. That's the function, and after the question mark we have the parameters that you can use how you want to. you can set it up however you want, but this is one way to do it. And let's see then if it contains display alert. We know we want to run this method. Can we just debug so we see that it's running? Call from C#, yeah. We get the message and continue. Okay, so there you go. So thank you for watching and welcome back later.